So, does a computer plus me equal a technological proficient professional? To find out, I'll let you know a little bit more about me. I've had a passion for education since I was in elementary school. Started off as a peer tutor where my mentor told me that education was my calling. My first real job was in high school as a swim instructor. In college, I majored in history where I flirted with the idea of pre-law. However, after a lot of self-reflection, I decided to go back to education. My husband and I have been married for 5 years now. It's because of him being in the Air Force that we've been able to live and travel all over the world. During our times apart, we use many technological tools to stay in touch. Skype has been one of the many blessings during the long deployment. Maximilian is my spunky 2-year-old Sheltie puppy. He helps keep me grounded when all this homework starts overwhelming me. Although technology is great, he helps remind me that there's nothing better than going outside and throwing a frisbee. Copper is my 11-year-old beagle who loves to snuggle with me on the couch while I do my homework. When I get stressed out, rubbing those big floppy ears is a perfect way to get my homework back on track. Although I was born in Connecticut, I grew up in Washington State. Living an hour from Seattle provided the perfect opportunity to be exposed to technology at an early age. My first computer was a Commodore, a computer that you'd had to hook up to the TV in order to view it. Growing up an hour from Seattle meant I grew up an hour from Microsoft. My first exposure to Microsoft was in kindergarten when they donated a computer lab to my school. It was because of them that I was able to take keyboarding and computer applications at a very young age. I did my undergraduate work at the University of Idaho in Moscow. When I entered the school in 2002, they were considered the most wired campus west of the Mississippi. After college graduation, my husband and I moved to Germany. It provided us the perfect opportunity to travel all of Europe. These travels helped compensate for the fact that we could only receive dial-up internet at our house. Moving to Guam, my husband and I jumped right into all the activities that are available here on the island. Our favorite is scuba diving. And yes, I even take a computer underwater with me. In our technology class, we learned several different tools to help us become better educators. One of those tools was Google Docs. It's an integrated software program that's strictly online and allows students to fill out forms and have the answers go directly to the spreadsheet. With teaching social studies and dealing with population data, I can see my students using this software frequently in class. For teaching social studies and civics, there are many educational games that are available online. I can use these games as enrichment activities for my students to help reinforce material that they've learned in class. I can use my blog to help keep parents and students involved in what's going on in the classroom. I can post a syllabus, assignments, and reflections on what we've done in class. PhotoStory 3 is an easy presentation maker that I can use for my class. It's a different way to convey information to my students that doesn't involve lecture. LiveBinders is a great way to keep your sources organized. It also has the ability to be shared with others, so teachers can share it with their students and parents to allow for extra resources for homework. GoAnimate is a really fun website to use. It's great for anticipatory sets for students because it exposes them to information in cartoon format. I was introduced to Zuno.com by a fellow classmate. It's a web quest creator that allows teachers to designate websites that students use for their research. This is helpful in ensuring that students only use academic websites for information. Wix.com is a free Flash website creator. It'll help me create interactive websites to keep my students informed on what's going on in class, and parents will also be able to check it for updated homework assignments. So the question still remains, am I a technology proficient professional? After taking this class, I'd have to say, oh yeah, I am more than prepared to use technology integrated into my classrooms. I have more than enough tools to make it fun, engaging lessons for my students. I'd like to thank Dr. Cyrus for introducing me to new technologies. I would especially like to thank all my classmates in Cohort 2 who have made this class a fun experience. I couldn't have done it without you guys.